What just happened? I'm Dan, that is Jules, and that is Xander. And today we're here to talk the season 3 finale of From called Revelations Chapter 2. Real quick, let's just talk about it. R.I.P. Jim. R.I.P. Jim. Xander, you called that
miss you, dude.
8 weeks ago. Are you going to miss him? Really?
Nope, not at all.
I kind of feel bad now that we've been talking so much shit about him and he's dead.
I don't.
You don't? Okay, all right. I'm on an island here.
But I do kind of like that we got the classic, like, he turns himself around right before it happened.
Yeah.
We even got the nice flashback to his first scene.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice to end on a high note at least.
Yeah.
I guess.
He went out on a high note, got killed by the man in yellow. So the man in yellow is here. That's true. The IMDb stuff about the man in yellow was correct. That was the actor that was said to play him, and it was true. So that's cool. All right, we're going to break down this episode. And guys, we have a live stream coming Friday night to talk more about the finale with you guys. And then we have a season 4 theory video coming Wednesday. That's what you can look forward to. Let's get into this episode, shall we? It was amazing. This season was amazing. So Boyd is talking to Kenny. Ellis walks in and he's like, yo, Elgin knows. I know that motherfucker is hiding something. And that's because of last week. He kind of was too obvious about it with what he was saying to Ellis. And he just knew, right? He was obvious. Right?
Yeah.
That's what you guys got from it? Yeah. Okay. So then we see Fatima and the baby's kicking all right. That was gross. Whatever was going on in her belly.
I did not like that.
Yeah, that was something else. All right. And then we see Victor tells Ethan that he saw the boy in white, but he wasn't very helpful. We get some more Victor stuff later on that I think is going to be beneficial in season 4. So Victor's character can move forward now and kind of leave this stuff in the past and move forward. So we're going to get a new arc for Victor in season 4. That's exciting. Tabitha is talking to Jim, talks about when she hugged Victor, she could feel Miranda the night she left. And Jim's like, was it a vision? And she's like, no, it was more than that. She was trying to tell me something. And obviously we know, we can say it now, you guys all watched the episode. She is Miranda. So those theories were correct. That is very cool to get that reveal. I'm happy with that. Are you guys happy with that?
I am too.
Yeah. I like the way they've done everything. Yeah,
me too. I'm really happy with that reveal, and I think it was well done, very well done. Jim goes to Jade, and he's like, "Look, man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about before. I was a dick." And yeah, redemption for Jim this episode because they're going to kill him off. So they had him being really cool this episode. He was great this episode, great acting and everything. So nice job. And he's like, "Look, Tabitha just told me some crazy shit. You got to go talk to her." So he's like, "All right, sounds good." And then Boyd is talking to Sarah. And he's like, doesn't this sound familiar what Elgin's saying? It's kind of like what you went through. So I need you to talk to him and tell him that the intentions of whatever is talking to him are not good because you went through the same thing. You almost killed a little boy, Ethan, because of them talking to you. So you need to get this through his head that this is not a good thing. Donna walks out. What the hell's going on? They're telling me Elgin can't leave. And Boyd's like, I need you to clear the house because I'm going to do some shit. Man, Boyd's great. He did such a good job in this episode. Yeah,
I love when he gets mad.
Very scary.
I like seeing him be like Big Daddy energy.
Yeah, me too.
Big Daddy.
He's really good at it, man. I really like this actor. I want to see him in like a Christopher Nolan movie. Am I weird for saying that?
No, that'd be dope.
I want to see him in that. Yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. All right. So Jade goes to talk to Tabitha. And she goes, you've had visions before, right? With the Civil War guy and everything you told me. He's like, this is different. You said that Miranda was trying to tell you something. So then he talks about the law of thermodynamics, typical Jade stuff. And he says, I thought our memories were made of energy, but maybe that energy lingers here. Maybe that's a thing. And you saw that creepy kid, right? She goes, yeah, the Ankui kid. Why? What did they want you to see? Where were you, by the way, when this happened? And they were out by Victor's hiding spot. And she's like, all right. He's like, all right, let's go back. Let's go back there. Maybe we'll get some answers there. So good idea to try it at least.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's worth it.
It didn't work, but it works in the end. Well,
yeah.
The conversation they have there leads to an answer. So
yeah,
it works. All right. Elgin is approached by Boyd, Donna, and Sarah. They take his bag off him. Ellis and Kenny are there too. Kenny is told to watch the door. Boyd goes, you pack for a trip? And I need you to tell me the truth right now. Do you know where Fatima is? Ellis answers, she told me not to say anything. I want to help. What's happening is a good thing. And then he calls Kimono Lady an angel.
I think she's an angel.
Elgin,
She's here to help us. Something is happening here that's beyond our ability to understand.
Come on, dude. How lost are you right now?
Yeah, like just based on appearance alone, and maybe that's a little judgy, but like
Yeah.
she doesn't present as like angelic, I guess. is the
Angelic,
only word
not
I can think of. Like she doesn't
whatsoever.
present as like a good entity.
No. Yeah. So he's just totally taken over by her. She's manipulating him, and it's working, for the community's benefit. Boyd says there's no baby. Whatever's growing inside her is not a child. He's correct about that. And he goes, Kimono Lady explained it all to me. And then Sarah talks to him. Do you know why I killed my brother? It was because of the voices, the same type of shit that's happening with you. This place doesn't give, it takes. And he goes, the baby born will get us all home. Ellis gets pissed, and he's like,
Where the fuck is she? Where the fuck is she?
if that was me, that's the first thing I would have done.
Yeah. He wouldn't
First
have even
thing-
made it up those stairs, man.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even have made it to the house, Dan.
Oh my God. If someone has my wife and they know where they are, I'm going taken on their ass.
Yeah.
Like the
Straight
second you got
eye is like-
suspicious, you would have fucked him up.
Oh my God. I
Yeah.
would have lost my mind. I have a bad temper, and Ellis really, like, he was pissed, but he did get good job in like holding himself back a little bit to try to get answers,
Yeah.
type of deals, type of thing like that. So, but he did a good job in this episode. So Sarah goes, look, he's not going to talk. And then Boyd's like, all right, well, I'm going to go get some tools then. Make him stay in there. Let me go get my tools. And that comes
Talk
into
about
play.
scary.
Yeah, that's crazy shit. So then Henry's talking to Victor, and Victor's like, you're right. Jasper was just a doll. I'm sorry. And then Henry says, I'm sorry. I couldn't have helped more. And then Victor's like, look, I got to show you something that's going to make you really angry. It might make you not want to talk to me anymore, which I was talking about. This is kind of the closing of Victor's guilt arc, right?
Yeah.
Which is a good thing. We can see his story move forward now. Good thing. Boyd gets some torture tools. He sees Khatri, and Khatri's like, don't you see the irony? When Fatima killed Tilly, you lied about it. He goes, it wasn't her fault. How is this any different than Elgin? Which is true, guys. This is true. How is it any different? The place got to both of them, made them do things that are bad, and he's seeing one as different because it's his daughter-in-law.
Yeah, because it's beneficial to him to be more worried about this one.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
it's true. Good point from Khatri. Which Khatri, good or bad?
I'm
Is
still
that-
leaning that Khatri is the boy in white and he's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
I would kind of lean with that. Yeah.
It seems like the theme is one entity in this town is trying to show that if given the choice, people will choose the right thing.
Yeah.
And another one
It's
is trying
just-
to do the opposite. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the boy in white presenting as something that's familiar to him.
Yeah.
So now that we've seen the Man in Yellow, is it Boy in White versus Man in Yellow?
Definitely. Yeah.
I would
The
think so,
man in
yeah.
yellow, because it's like the boy in white is like, I'll let you make the choice of whether you want to torture Eldrin. The man in yellow is kind of like, I will give you this option. If you want to live forever, give me your kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kids.
Yeah. And I have a thing on Man in Yellow later when we talk about.
So, do we think the yellow has a significance? Because I feel like generally when you think of like an evil entity, like yellow is not the first thing. that
Yellow's
comes to
not.
mind.
It's like black or something, right?
Yeah, because
it
yellow's
would
like
be
very
yellow.
like sunshiny. and
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you guys think that there's some kind of meaning behind that?
Their eyes
Feel-
below.
There's probably a
Ye-
meaning, but it's also like a little more iconic than just putting a dude in black. Like the man
Yeah.
in
That's very
yellow
true.
hits.
That's very
That name
does
hits.
hit.
It does.
It
Yeah.
does.
It
Yeah.
does. It's certainly memorable. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's really cool. And then Boyd continues talking to Khatri.
You were the one who went in the fucking street and got his throat slit. So don't you come in here and judge it. You get to judge me. I'm doing the best I can.
You know there's no coming back from this, right? If you do this place is won.
But Boyd has made up his mind. So Fatima throws the glass of blood against the wall. It shatters. She picks up a piece of glass. We see what she does with that piece of glass later. And then Jade says there's one overlap in all of us that are having visions, right? The Ankui kids, the roots of the tree, they poured their hopes, all that stuff. And Jade is pissed. He starts screaming out, hoping that the Ankui kids can hear him.
If there is something you need us to understand, you're gonna have to do a little better because we are not getting it. Message is not fucking received.
We're going to wait right here until you come. You got to give us something more than Aunt Cooey. You know where to find us. So that's his plan for now. Randall's getting a pump in. Xander has met him multiple times in real life, says he's very jacked in real life. Looks
Big
very
boy.
muscular. So cicada time. He hears the cicadas. He goes inside to Mary and Christy. Where's the equipment from the ambulance? He goes downstairs, and then he's going to shock himself, which would have killed him, right? 100%.
I
Or
believe
just
so, yeah.
fried his brain completely.
Yeah, at the
Fried his
very
brain.
least. I mean, like, because like shock therapy is a thing, but I feel like if you're turning that thing up to full power, like that's basically a death sentence.
Good thing Mary stopped that, but I hope he stops hearing those damn cicadas. That must be so
know.
annoying. Can you imagine that?
No,
Like
it would drive me
nightmare.
absolutely batshit.
every day you got to hear that shit? That sucks, man.
I'm surprised he didn't try to like burst his own eardrums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something along those lines, right? Yeah. So Boyd's back. Nobody come upstairs. What happens next is on me. And in my mind, Stuck in the Middle with You is playing right now because that's the torture song, right? So Kenny wants to talk to him one more time. He's a good kid. Let's talk to him. He's like, he's not going to talk. I got to do what I got to do. He's doing what he thinks he needs to do. This has to happen. He pulls out a hammer. The camera goes off, and Elgin says, this is how she communicates. She wants to talk to you. So it's a picture of his house. So she's trying to get him to stop, to show that, oh, if you let this happen, you'll get what you want too. Doesn't work, because we see what happens later. Victor brought Henry to where he buried Miranda and what he thinks is Eloise. This was a very fucked up scene in my mind because he only had pieces of Eloise to bury.
Yeah, that's rough.
That's
Eloise
tragic.
is definitely coming back. Eloise
For sure.
is somewhere.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
That was definitely like a red flag, like, hey, she's
Yeah.
not dead.
Yeah. And it's like the first time Henry talked about her that I can remember, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was cool. She was so small. Oh, that's tough. Imagine burying your little sister and you can only find pieces of her.
Imagine burying your own mother as a child.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Brutal. So he feels guilt, you know? He
Okay.
says,
It was my fault. About the children and the tree. But I was the one that told Mom. I told her that the tree was bigger to the children. I was the reason that she left that night, Dad. I was the reason that she died. You don't have to be my dad anymore. No, wait, stop. I will never stop being your dad. Your mother did what she did because she loved you.
and that's why I'm saying earlier, I think this is the end of the guilt arc for Victor and he'll have a different arc next season. You guys agree?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
cool.
I hope so, at least.
Back to Jade, and he's talking about how Miranda knew the numbers were important. Jade has tried every cipher he can imagine. And then Jim says,
Aren't there 12 notes in a scale?
Jade says, we got to go to the bar. You're a fucking genius, Jim. And grab
Yeah,
the violin.
Never thought I'd agree with that.
Yeah, right? Grab the violin. I stole it a few times. Go find it. Grab the violin. Meet me at the bar.
Shout out to whoever guessed that a few weeks
Yeah,
back. in
someone
the
guessed
comments.
that. Yeah,
That was
Like
a theory.
early in the season.
Huge. Yeah.
Yeah, they brought up the notes on the scale. Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah.
If that was you,
Great
take
call.
credit. Really great call. Okay. Christy needs Mary to talk to her. This is a storyline that all three of us here really don't care for. It seems like it's going nowhere. Julie and Randall are fucked and you act like you're all good. Are you okay? She says no, and I don't think anyone will be. But this storyline, Xander, you mentioned every time it comes up, you're just disinterested. I'm kind of with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels like Marielle has somewhere to go, maybe, but Christy, I'm just like, what's going on? Like, you just
And
feel
I'm
like
sad,
cannon
'cause
fodder
I
at
like
this point.
her.
I
She
like
used
her
to be
too.
my
Like-
favorite. She used to be
Yeah.
my favorite character.
But like
Yeah.
she's just kind of there now. And
yeah.
I feel like she was almost there solely to get us to marry. I feel like I don't want to skip ahead, but like I feel like her and Randall might also be like what do you call them? Like
Story
like
walkers.
Story walkers.
Yeah.
Story walkers. Yeah. I like that too. All right. And then we see Boyd tie Elgin up and he's like, you think the picture of my house was going to change my mind? Nah, it's missing the boat, by the way. Yeah. We were on the way here. We were on the way to that house when I got stuck in this town. Not going to change my mind. Elgin thinks it means they're going home. And then Boyd lays out all his torture devices.
You took my family. Do you understand that? You took someone I love and you put her in danger. I'm sorry about what happened to you. But we're not going to wait. We are not going to talk. You're going to tell me where she is, or I am going to hurt you. Until you tell me what I need to know. Tell me you understand.
So he's like, put your hand on the table. Elgin doesn't want to do it. So he makes him put his hand on the table, smacks it with a hammer. Man, you should have talked right then and there because what happens later Oh boy.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Mhm.
boy.
Yep.
He should have talked right then and there. You don't want to fuck with Sarah. Jeez. All right. Then we find Acosta's first name is Danny. So the Eloise theories are out the window. So if you got more Eloise theories, drop them below. We'll talk about it in the season 4 video we're making on Tuesday night. And Acosta stops it, and everybody goes downstairs to reconvene and talk about what they're going to do with Elgin. Okay. And then Jade has the numbers all laid out. He's trying to find how the notes line up in order to make the song, but then he can hear the music. And Jim goes, "This is kind of weird. All of a sudden the music popped into your head? That's odd. Don't you remember the haunted music box or the jukeboxes that play on their own? This doesn't seem like a good idea." So Tabitha says, "Well, don't play it in town. Let's go to the bottle tree and play it there, just to be safe." So that's what they do. Fatima has the cut glass. She tries to cut into her belly, but Kimono Lady stops her, and we see the water break, and she says, "It's coming." So here comes the baby. Oh shit, we're getting there. Julie and Ethan in the diner. This is what Jules alluded to a little bit ago. "I went to the ruins, and I didn't have just a dream. I went somewhere. I think I was actually there." And then Ethan says,
You're a story walker, someone who can visit chapters of the story that already happened.
and she says, "Can I change the story?" And he says no, and I agree. What's happened, just like Tenet, just like what happens in that movie. What's happened. You guys agree? She can't change it. She can just observe.
Yeah, I think she's gonna try though.
Yeah.
I mean, we
Yeah.
actually see she's gonna try.
We
Like,
see it. Yeah.
I think it's the perfect story vehicle for us to be able to see flashbacks in the series,
Yeah.
see really interesting things we need to see, like Victor's timeline being massacred, the Civil War guys, the Ankui kids being made, and all that kind of stuff. We don't have to explain timelines and time travel affecting
Yeah.
other things. It's just like what happened always happened. Julie goes
Yeah.
back. She's gonna make those things happen the way they're supposed to happen.
Yes.
And I love those kinds of stories where like you're constantly
Well-
trying to go back and fix your mistakes, but they're mistakes that have already been made, kind of thing. You know,
Right.
Yeah.
like dropping
I
the
think-
rope to Boyd and stuff.
Yeah.
I think telling it this way kind of makes it feel a little bit more organic too than just having like trying to fit in flashbacks somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna be really cool to see that. Yeah, could we see later when she tries to save Jim? Her hair's different. She's got a cut. So yeah, that'll probably be what happens in season 4. She tries to go back and save him. Yeah, so that's really cool, and I'm looking forward to see it. The Story Walkers, is that's what it's called?
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's a really cool angle. I can't wait to see more. So Acosta's trying to talk Boyd out of torture, but then Sarah sneaks off. She goes upstairs, talks to Elgin. She goes, we're alike. I know you think you're trying to save everyone, but Boyd doesn't understand how far he needs to go to get you to talk.
He's a good man, and this place has taken so much from him. I won't let it take his soul. I've already given it mine.
That was the coldest
Cold.
fucking line, man.
So
that was so
cold.
badass. Like my soul's already
Ah.
gone, so this will be fun.
This
Like,
will
I
be fun.
loved it.
Jesus.
I loved it.
You see her eyeing up the torture devices, like, what am I going to use? All right. She's nuts, man. She's turning into a great character. I know she did some terrible shit, and but I feel like she's had
but
her
this
redemption
villain
arc.
is working for her, man.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
So I'm
is.
happy they kept her around. Yeah. And then everyone hears Elgin scream his life away. Like, holy shit, he screamed loud.
Ugh.
And we walk in the door with everybody else, and we see that she had cut Elgin's eye out. She cut his eye out.
Bottomize this dude. Like,
Cut his eye out.
Oh my god.
And then she turns and calmly says, "Yeah, she's in the root cellar." Like, there you go. Oh my god.
I mean,
I feel
Wild.
she got the work done.
She
That's
did.
true. That's
Yeah.
true. And I feel like they probably put this in to highlight like there's always got to be some little bit of evil to balance out the good.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. I can see that.
It also kind of absolves Boyd too. We're like,
That's true.
he'd already brought in Sarah there by the time Cautry talked to him. And I feel like regardless of if he chose to torture Elgin or not, Sarah would have been there like, I'm going to break his legs.
That's true.
Yeah.
I got this.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Then we see Jade by the bottle tray. He's playing the song on the violin. Ellis and gang are rushing to Fatima, but she's already giving birth. Kimono Lady is doing it. And she pulls out what looks like a sack or a cocoon type of thing. And everybody walks in, and Fatima says she took it. She went down the cellar door right there. Boyd says, get her back to Colony House. I need to see what's going on. So he goes down the hatch, which is crazy. So Jade is still playing the song, brings the Ankui kids out. He sees them too. Tabitha sees them and she's like, keep playing, keep playing, keep playing. So then we see a quick scene. Fatima is talking to Ellis and she says she saw what the monsters are. They sacrificed their children because it promised them they would live forever. So cool we got that answer. So
I was
cool.
so ready for that scene to cut too. And she's like, I know what the monsters are. I was like waiting for it to cut away because I'm so used to no answers on this show. And
Yeah,
I was like,
me
we're going to
too.
get that next season. And then she says it. And I was like, oh, that's sick. Yeah.
Really cool reveal. Really cool
Super
reveal.
wild.
I loved it. So then we see the kimono lady place the cocoon down on the ground. And then it starts to get bigger. And Boyd shows up and he's looking over the corner there. And we see it get bigger and bigger and bigger. And out pops a naked ass Smiley. So Smiley is back. Yeah. Which he's been on social media talking a lot about how it's so cool to see the cast again. So I kind of feel like he gave that up a little bit. That was not a big shock. Yeah.
Well, and he was the only one that's recognizable. They didn't really highlight any other monster this season. So you could assume that he'd be back.
Yeah. Which is cool. I'm down for Smiley to be back.
Yeah. He's a good one.
Yeah, he's definitely a good one. All right. Then the kids see Aunt Cooey. And then they know what it means. It means remember. So another answer that we got this season. So revelations was true. We got some revelations.
I'm really satisfied that we got that answer.
Yeah, really cool. And Jade goes, we used to sing them lullabies. Tabitha walks off. She knows why she and Jade can see them. Why there's more than one bracelet. Because we've been here before. It's because I am Miranda. Jade is Christopher. Love that we got that answer. Amazing.
So good.
We said that in a theory video a few weeks back, and it's so satisfying that we got that answer. And she said we've come back over and over again because we keep failing. We were here in the beginning. We tried to save the kids because one of them is ours. So the one that talked to her, you think that's their daughter?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Really cool. She said she was our daughter.
Heartbreaking.
Very heartbreaking.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Just when Jade's like, we used to sing them this lullaby.
Yeah.
You can tell that he knows. Oh, so
such good acting. Yeah.
Also, I was talking about this with my girlfriend. Does that mean that Jade and Tabitha are also monsters? Like, are their past selves monsters? If they sacrifice their daughter, there's like an older version of them in the town.
Going by what Fatima said, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is fucking weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
I wonder if certain monsters harass certain people because it's the old version of themselves.
Yeah, right.
That would be cool. That'd be a really
theory.
cool connection.
And again, we got theory video coming out on Wednesday, so get your theories in for season 4. All right, but Tabitha needs some time. This is the last time her and Jim speak. So Jim walks off to the RV, and then we hear Julie calling out. And this is her time traveling again because she has different hair. She's got a cut on her face. So I'm sure this is going to be a scene from season 4. Really cool. And then we see the man in yellow. He's finally on screen. On screen.
So scary, man.
So
just a feeble old man, but walks with the biggest dick energy ever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And I think the peppy color actually adds to that.
Oh yeah.
It makes it, it's like a crazy ass Willy Wonka or some shit.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like it gives it that little bit of extra fuck you. You know, I don't know what it is, but.
Yeah. So Man in Yellow is here and he can walk during the day and apparently kill people during the day. So he walks up to Jim. That was a hell of a song, but knowledge comes with the cost, brother.
Your wife shouldn't have dug that hole, Jim.
Does that mean he's the voice on the radio and the phone?
Yes. Yeah, right. He said it in the same tone, like your wife shouldn't have dug that hole, Jim.
Yeah,
like,
that was a good one. That was a good impression.
Thank you.
That was good.
Oh,
and
man.
then
You sound like you should be on a Dodge commercial.
And then everyone, the Man in Yellow rips Jim's throat. R.I.P. Jim.
Man,
R.I.P.
Julie's
Jim.
scream too was so good. It's like, damn.
Oh,
fucking
like you could
going
feel
in.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could definitely feel that. And just like that's such a brutal way for that character to go. I mean, I know we didn't like him, but damn.
Is it weird that I cheered?
Oh, you did?
Oh, mostly because I was right a long time ago, but
And
also
remind
because
people-
fuck Jim.
Remind people we did not look up the leaks.
Yeah.
We
For
did not
everyone
look up the
commenting that we
leaks.
looked up the leaks, we didn't. This show is a puzzle, okay? If you put the pieces together, it's pretty, not easy, but you can see kind of where it's going. And if you look outside of the show too, the reason that I knew Jim was going to die is because I'm really obsessed with the show. And I was looking at the cast pictures from the season 3 premiere, and he wasn't there. And I was like, why wouldn't you be there, man? Everyone is there.
Yeah.
You can put these things
Yeah.
together. If you look at what the cast says, if you look at where the story's going and what it's influenced by, it's possible to do this without being a jerk who leaks things online.
Yeah, I hate leaks. I never look up leaks.
It's so frustrating.
Jules doesn't even watch the trailers. We don't like this type of stuff. Okay,
I
So we're
love this
against
show
that.
because of this feeling. I love trying to guess what's going to happen and putting it all together and being right or wrong. I like more when I'm
Yeah.
wrong,
Yeah.
honestly. Yeah.
And like,
Yeah.
I've seen so many people being so mean in the comments, like, that's not it. Why are you saying that? Blah, blah. And like, people, like, the whole fun of this show is to be able to speculate on things.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. It's the perfect water cooler show.
It
Perfect
is.
one.
Absolutely.
So that's how the season ends. I couldn't be more excited for season 4. We're not getting it for 2 years, unfortunately. But you guys, just so you know, we're covering Silo right now. We got Severance coming up. Severance is going to be a huge thing for our channel. Can't wait to do that. And then we have Yellow Jackets. We're going to be doing that and Severance at the same time at some point. And then Task, which is the Mayor of Easttown follow-up. So if you like Mayor of Easttown, it's the same creator. It's just basically like True Detective, how they do different seasons with different casts.
I'm excited for that.
It's basically like that. So that's what we're going to do. Leave your theories down below for season 4. We're going to make that video and get it out on Wednesday. We love you guys so much. We've grown way more than any other show on this channel by covering From. The Fromily is real. We appreciate you. We love you. And hopefully we see you at the live stream on Friday to dissect the ending and talk whatever you want to talk about From. Yeah, so we'll see you there. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Later.
Peace.
Bye, guys.